Hello, Chica Pies. It's yours truly here. Happy President's Day. It is Monday. It's actually Monday night. Like, I have been trying to record this video like literally all day, and girl can't get it together today. I've been just, I don't know, I think it's because it's a very hard video for me to record. And because of that, I'm like just struggling, and every time I record it, I just don't like it and I end up deleting it. So take number, I don't know, 5, 6, I don't even know. But yeah, so it's President's Day, and I kind of wanted to come on and just kind of chat for a few minutes. Just, I've been feeling a certain way, and I don't know, I've actually been feeling this way for like 8 years. As crazy as that may sound, the feeling first came about 8 years ago when we were in the process of electing President Obama as our president, and that was my first sign of like, okay, what's going on type of thing. And it's just kind of carried on into present. So basically, when Obama was running for president, you know, all the stuff that was going on and being said, and you know, I found myself sometimes at work being placed in a situation that I felt very, very uncomfortable. All the other presidents that I have had the privilege of being in the workforce during the election period, I never felt anything so strong. Like, I remember, you know, just people having their basic, oh, you know, did you watch the debate, or did you know, like just general questions. But then when the election was coming about for Obama, it was just like very boisterous things being said, things people getting in your face. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, this is like a bit much. Like, I never experienced anything like this, and I don't really know what to say. And I'm not a person that like to take politics into the workplace. I actually don't even talk politics at all to anybody except for maybe like immediate family. And even then I do it like with like very very basic, you know. But yeah, so I would experience people getting in my face and saying things that sometimes I would think, do you know what you're saying? Because sometimes I honestly felt like people were judging him not by what he was presenting, but by the color of his skin, and not by their knowledge, but just, again, the color of his skin. Like, there was some things that they were saying, there was no basis to what they were saying. They were just being evil and mean. I actually remember leaving work one day, and I was driving home, and I started to cry because I remember thinking, for the first time ever, I feel a certain way that I don't like, and I don't know that I've ever felt this way before. I feel like people that I thought that care for me as a person, that maybe they didn't, and I didn't like what I was feeling. So I tried to figure it all out in my head, and then I found myself just like excusing it, like just kind of basically saying, oh well, they didn't know any better, or I don't know, just placing them in a different category, where I guess maybe it was my comfort zone. I kind of like just left it there and I didn't think about it. And then the election day happened, and I remember going to work the next day, and I heard so many comments and so many people saying some horrible things. I mean, I remember people saying the world was going to come to an end, and you better, you know, stock up on your water, and I mean, like this crazy stuff. And I was thinking, like, seriously, you're saying the world's gonna come to an end? Like, how ridiculous do you sound? Like, there's been way worse presidents before. Like you don't even know what this guy's capable of doing. Like, no one president does everything. Like, it's just the way it is. And how dare you to stand here and say this when, you know, I don't know, it just was just overwhelming. And I made it past that. Like, I thought at that point, like, I'd heard it all, and, you know, I was, you know, and every day that he was in office, I mean, there were still things being said, but I guess after a while you just become numb to it or whatever, I don't know. But, you know, it was like, I got to the point where I was like, you know what, we've made it through the worst of the storm, you know, just continue forth. And then fast forward to present time, this past year, like when I thought that I had heard it all, when Obama was being elected, I realized that at least when they would be in my face, there was an ending point to it. Like when I would say I don't talk politics at work, or if I tell a friend I don't talk politics, it kind of dropped. But with the current situation, it would seem to escalate. Like I would say I don't talk politics, and then all of a sudden, like it was like the person would be in my face, basically like trying to force it into me. Like, you're gonna listen, you're gonna believe what I believe. And I didn't get that. Like, I'm like, why are you trying to force me to believe what you believe? I'm not trying to force you to believe what I believe. Everyone's entitled to their own beliefs, and however good or bad or indifferent that they are our own individual beliefs. But I had so many different experiences that I seriously didn't know. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. Like, I feel in such a way that I don't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable when certain of my clients would walk in, because I knew that they were going to get into a conversation that even though I tried to wiggle my way out, they would just like wiggle their way further in. And so, like, I remember thinking sometimes, gosh, I wish this whole election would be over. Because honestly, initially at first, I was seriously thinking, like, okay, this isn't real. Like, this can't be happening. And then when I realized that it was really happening, and then that people, not only was it really happening, but there were people that actually believed in this so strongly that they would go up against you with such anger and such force. So I was like forced to like try to like hash this all out in my head. And I honestly, I don't even know if I've hashed it out in my head yet. Like, I'm still struggling with it, because I've seen so many different angles. I grew up in a small town environment, and my family history is very diverse, and I had known of certain things happening because, of course, my parents always made sure that we knew like our own personal family history. But I guess because I had never experienced a lot of the things that some of my family members experienced, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that I knew that it exists, but I didn't know. And through this, I found myself, some of the people that I called my friends, that some of the things that they would say, I now feel like sometimes when I'm around them, I'm not comfortable, because I don't know if they feel a certain way, if they like me only because I'm an exception to the rule, that they don't like my people, but they just like me. Because it seems like since this whole year has started, that everyone, when I say year meaning leading up to the election to current day, like, everyone have like such strong opinions. And I don't know if they feel that because, well, if our president can say it, then so can I, or I don't know. But like, so many things are being said, and it just really put me in a, like, it's got me in like a funk. Like, sometimes I don't even want to turn my TV on. Like, today it's President's Day, and this is the first time I've ever felt one way or another on today. Like, I'm being honest, like, while I knew it was President's Day, and you're thankful for every phase of life that we go through, that you don't really think of it as like, well, me personally, like, I didn't really think of it as like my battery's about to die. Like, that this is a day that, like, I don't know, like, I didn't really get into celebrating it or anything like that. But today, it's like I feel kind of like, wow, I don't even know if I want to, like, I don't even want to acknowledge. Like, I want to acknowledge because there's other presidents that I want to acknowledge, but I don't want to acknowledge all the chaos that's going on in our world. Like, I don't want to, I feel like if I turn on the TV, there's going to be stuff being said that I don't even want to hear. So I just kind of like just decided to stay away from the TV. I've been just watching movies today and just kind of chilling. But then it was like, I need to do this video because this is making me feel like I really need to speak out loud because it's been something that I've held inside for 8 years, and because it seems to just be getting worse and it's building up more, that I need to say it. So yeah, so basically I'm saying it, I'm speaking out. And while this is not a video to talk politics, or it's not to say judge anyone for anything as far as who they voted for or any of that nature, it's just basically me just sitting here in front of a camera, just kind of being real. I feel that we are in such a scary spot right now, and like it affects so many different aspects of me, of my family, my friends. Like it just, I don't know, like I don't even know how to think. I talk with my daughter-in-law, and we share things that go on in our workplace, like how the people in the workplace make it so uncomfortable sometimes that you don't even feel like going, like you're fearful of the conversation. Like even like now I'm thinking like tomorrow what's going to be said, because I haven't watched and I don't want to watch, but is something being said as I speak right now that when I get to work tomorrow, that there's going to be people like throwing stuff up in my face, whether it's my clients or our vendors that come in and out, or you know, I've had so many different experiences with various people that be, you know, just being in my face and forcing their opinions down. You know, to one of my clients one time before the election was basically like, when she realized that I wouldn't speak, whether I basically said I don't talk politics, but when she realized that she couldn't convince me to, she right away went into this mode. Well, you know, if you're not talking, then you must be for Hillary, and if you are, then you know that means you're for abortion, and you and I can't be friends. And I was like, you don't even know anything about me. Like, and the way she said it, like she was literally in my face, like literally screaming in my face, like she was this close to me. And like, while I know that the relationship, I still have a professional relationship with her, I was hoping that she was just kidding. And then I realized like one day that, oh my gosh, we had an event for our clients, and she didn't talk to me, and I realized at that point that she was not kidding, she was serious. And it totally freaked me out, because I was like, have we gotten to this point, people? Like, what would make you feel that just because I don't feel a certain way, that you literally would have reason to not speak to me again? Like, seriously. And I mean, like, we've talked to each other since then, and you know, because of professional reasons we have to. I mean, you know, she's a client. And so but yeah, so it's just weird how like things like that have happened. You know, just people in general, where you just, I've had friends that have said some really harsh things, and I've been like, oh my gosh, like, what are you saying? Do you really hear what you're saying? Because you're making it sound like right now, like, I don't know if you're saying this because you think you can say anything to me, or you know, like you're not acknowledging that I might be offended by some of the things that you're saying. And then again, I'm thinking, well, do you only like me because I'm just this one person? Do you not like my people in general? And so, like, I don't know, like, ever since this whole thing started, I've just been in such a way. There's so many incidences that I could name, but I really don't want to get into all that, because I've tried doing this video so many times, and I don't know, I just haven't liked it. So I'm just gonna kind of keep it short, I think, tonight, and just kind of say what's on my mind, like in a brief moment, like just saying that I want to wish everyone a happy President's Day, because we have had some great presidents, and hopefully we'll have some great presidents to come. And I just think that we have to, this is a time that we as people need to stick together, and we need to figure out a way to get along again, to put ourselves back into a good place. And I don't know, I've just felt so indifferent since all this started. I've you know, my famous saying is, I just feel a certain way, and because I was feeling this way, I felt the need that I just needed to talk. And so I just turned on the camera and I'd start talking, but I've deleted every one of them because I feel like that I'm gonna be judged, and I don't want to be judged. So I don't know, I just kind of delete them. But I don't know, I'm just curious, have anyone felt that pressure, like people getting in your face, or you've learned something about people that you would have never thought would feel a certain way. And it's not really about who you voted for. It's just about like the way you're going about the fact of who you voted for. Like you want to be in my face pushing what you believe in, when you can believe what you believe and let me to believe what I want to believe, and we could all just live happily ever after. Like there's no need for me to force what I believe on you, nor you to force what you believe on me. So I'm like, am I the only person experiencing that? Like I know with my daughter-in-law, she and I have shared, and she's had it really bad in her workplace. And you know, we just kind of we're just like, this is the weirdest place that we're in. And like, I'm just wondering, is there other people that feel the same way? Have you gone through things in your workplace, with your friendships, with, you know, even with other family members? Like, I mean, this has been such an uproar. I went to a friend's party like right before Christmas. It was a Christmas party, and she had to make the comment, like announcement, like there will be no politics spoken at my party. Like who has to do that? Like why would we ever be in a point where we would have to say something like that? And why are these people feeling such a strong need to speak out the way that they are? Like, I don't know, I just don't get it. And it saddens me to my heart that people are in the way that they are, and people are speaking out and being so evil and mean to one another. I just don't like it at all. So I don't know, I just felt the need to get on and say that today. I've said this so many different ways. Today I just decided this time I was going to cut it short, say it, and you know, as I said, keep it short, sweet, and simple. So that's basically what I did. So don't forget to just hit the subscribe button. And once you hit the subscribe button, make sure you toggle over to the little bell and hit the notifications bar. And once you do that, you will be a notified sugar pie. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment below. Just kind of tell me what you're feeling on this day. Like, are you feeling some type of way? Have you experienced anything crazy? Anything that made you feel like, you know, you don't, like a certain way, like you don't know if where you fit into all of this? And have you felt like some of your friends that you thought were your dear friends, that now you're kind of questioning like where that friendship is? Like what do they really believe in? How do they really feel about you as a person? Like comment below and let me know. Am I like the only person feeling this way or what? So yeah, so it's President's Day and I am feeling a certain way, and I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just in one of my moods today, I guess. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and share this little piece of something with you guys. Please, again, like I said, comment below, and I will talk to you guys in my very next video. Bye.